Okay, so I was born crippled. My legs were bowed, so my feet were like this. And so for 6 years I wore like the porcelain braces. And they straightened my legs out. So my legs were like this, they straightened them out this way, but what happened when they straightened my legs out, it compromised them so they went back at a 90 degree. Okay? So my knees were compromised. And my kneecaps were down like in my shin areas. So I had my first surgery at 12 and a half, 13. They did a procedure, they don't do it anymore, it's called the Houston procedure. Basically what they did was relocated my knees. And I was in straight leg casts. It was in the summertime for 3 months. And so learning to walk, because they were straight leg casts from hip to ankle, had to raise the hip and swing through, which is, I still kind of walk that way because that's why I learned to re-walk in the cast. That was my first surgery, and I probably had well over 20 since then. I've had 2 bilateral knee replacements. The first one was when I was 40. I was in a wheelchair, couldn't walk. Seeing 2 orthopedists who said, nope, gotta wait till you're 60 to get your knees replaced. And I said, there's no guarantee that I'll be here when I'm 60. I need them now because I have kids and I have a life. So I had bilateral knee replacements. In the process, found out I'm allergic to narcotics. I was in the hospital. They gave me pain medication. My blood pressure went from 100 to nothing. So I bottomed out completely. I've only been pain-free for the last 5 years.
How many physical therapists have you visited with?
Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. Probably, well, every time I had surgery, I had physical therapy. I've done pull therapy, I've done traditional physical therapy, I've done trainers at the gym, and no one, and I mean no one, has ever been able to help me. Every time I go, compromise my knees, and then I end up having to have a surgery. And at one point after my knee replacement, I was having surgery on my knees once a year.
So meeting Justin, what changed?
Everything. Well, I put on probably 40 pounds in a 5-year period because of the inactivity and the inflammation, chronic inflammation that I had. My daughter was working out with Justin, and she, I have all the exercise equipment at home. I have an elliptical, I have a bike, I have a weight bench, have done all that, but have never been able to maintain it. All because all my techniques, when he interviewed me, I interviewed him, I was really, really leery because I wanted to know what can you do, because if you do have pain, you're not going to do it. Because I've had people who are educated and supposed to know what they're doing, and I've had the doctor say to me, don't do that physical therapy anymore because they're hurting you.
So who was held accountable in this whole process when the physical therapist put your life back in danger, basically?
Nobody. It's up to me and my family, basically, helping me try to find the right fit for me. And of course my children and my husband are always leery and afraid I'm going to be hurt, because that's what's always happened in the past. Yes, Justin, about my numbers, they're incredible, the amount of body fat that I've lost, and more importantly, I can walk. I can get out there and play with my grandkids. They like to play baseball, and they like to see a Nana run because they don't see Nana do it very often. But I can do those things, I couldn't do those. I couldn't do that with my children. So I wasn't able to do any of that with my children when I was younger.
And now
And I am doing it with my grandchildren.
How important do you think what Justin knows is for everybody, especially in the medical space?
Oh, it's huge. It is absolutely huge, because everybody thinks that when the doctor sends you to physical therapy, they know what they're doing and they know what's best for you. And it doesn't work for everybody. And everybody's individual, and you know your body better than they do. And when you go to places like physical therapy, they push you, and they have these regimens that they do. And they push you, you have to be able to do this, and you have to be able to do this. And even if, as a patient, when you tell them, I can't do that or that hurts, they think that you should still be able to do it. It's sad. Even with my last surgery, bilateral knee replacements, I had it done like on a Friday, and insurance wanted me out of the hospital by Sunday. And I had to be able to walk up and down stairs to go home. And I had just had both my knees done. And I'm allergic to narcotics, no pain relief. When my doctor came in, I was sobbing because I was in so much pain. And he was livid because the nurses had been pushed to push me to walk up and down the stairs so that I could go home.
Because of insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole system itself, respectfully, fails people at times.
Absolutely. There was no way my husband should have had to take me home and carry me into the house, because I couldn't climb the stairs. But they had to be able to document that I could. So they were making me do it at the hospital. Didn't matter how much pain I was in. I had a physical therapist come to the house And she was great because she let me stop and do it at my own pace, but she could only take me so far, and you know, insurance only pays for so much. And my daughter was working out with Justin and came down, and he said that, I know knees, I've been taught, and I was like, yeah, I've heard this before. You know, I've had people say that. Yeah, I specialize in, I went online looking for trainers. Who knows how to work with someone with bilateral knee replacements? Everybody comes out of the lid, everybody don't know how to do it. And I've been hurt a number of times doing that. So with Justin, he's proved that
he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. He knows I have not had any issues with my knees, and just now I was doing step-ups, and I could tell that I was stepping wrong. I didn't know exactly what it was, but Justin was watching me, and he goes, okay, you're too close.